In a world ruled by war, famine, and desperation, one man makes a deal with demons, not for power, not for revenge, but for prosperity. The cost? His own newborn son. The anime Dororo tells the story of Hyakkimaru, a boy born without skin, limbs, eyes, or even a voice. His body sacrificed to demons before he ever took his first breath, and yet somehow he survives. And what follows isn't just a demon slaying adventure, it's a haunting journey about identity, morality, and the terrifying question: if you take everything from someone, can they still become human? Before the 2019 anime adaptation, Dororo was originally a manga created in 1967 by Osamu Tezuka, often called the godfather of manga. Tezuka created classics like Astro Boy and Black Jack, but Dororo stands out for one reason: it's darker, much darker than any of the other works. Set in Japan's Sengoku era, a time of endless war and political chaos, the story reflects a brutal truth about humanity. When survival is at stake, morality becomes negotiable.
Hyakkimaru's father, Daigo Kagemizu, sacrifices his son to 12 demons in exchange for prosperity for his land. And it works. The crops grow, the war is won, the people thrive. But prosperity built on sacrifice always leaves a ghost behind. In this case, that ghost is Hyakkimaru. When we first meet Hyakkimaru, he barely resembles a person. His body is made of prosthetics. He cannot see, hear, or feel pain. But instead of senses, he perceives the world through souls. Every human appears as a faint flame. Every demon burns like a raging inferno. This visual storytelling is brilliant because it shows us something very important. Hyakkimaru doesn't understand the world like we do. He experiences it through life itself, and every time he defeats a demon, he regains a piece of his body. An eye, an ear, a limb. But with every piece he regains, something strange happens. He becomes less calm, more emotional, more violent, because the closer he gets to becoming human, the more human problems he inherits. Pain, anger, hatred.
Dororo quietly asks a disturbing question here. Was Hyakkimaru peaceful when he had less humanity?
Then there's Dororo, the loud, stubborn orphan who becomes Hyakkimaru's companion. At first, Dororo looks like comedic relief, a scrappy kid trying to survive in a harsh world. But Dororo represents something deeper. Hope. Where Hyakkimaru is quiet and emotionally distant, Dororo is expressive, curious, and full of life. Dororo teaches Hyakkimaru something he never had before: connection. Because becoming human isn't just about having a body, it's about having someone who sees you as more than a weapon. Without Dororo, Hyakkimaru's journey would simply be revenge. With Dororo, it becomes rediscovery. What makes this story, the story of Dororo, truly beautiful is that it refuses to give you any easy answers. Yes, Daigo sacrificed his son, but because of that sacrifice, thousands of people live peacefully. Without the demon's deal, the land would return to war and starvation. So the question becomes terrifyingly complicated, as is one life worth less than an entire nation? Hyakkimaru's brother, Hamaru, embodies this conflict perfectly. Unlike his father, Hamaru genuinely cares about the people, and he believes Hyakkimaru reclaiming his body will doom the country. So from Hamaru's perspective, Hyakkimaru isn't a hero, he's a walking disaster. Dororo forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth, that sometimes the difference between a hero and a villain is simply perspective.
The demons in Dororo aren't just monsters, they're a symbol of human greed, each demon representing a consequence of desperation. What happens when people sacrifice morality for survival? Daigo didn't summon the demons because he was evil. He summoned the demon out of desperation, out of fear of losing everything. And that's what makes the story powerful. The demons didn't just take Hyakkimaru's body, they exposed the darkness already living within humanity. At its core, Dororo isn't about demons. It's a story about identity. Hyakkimaru begins the story trying to reclaim what was stolen from him. But by the end, he learns something much deeper. Your humanity isn't defined by what you were born with. It is defined by what you choose to become, even if the world begins to treat you like a monster.
Dororo reminds us that humanity isn't clean or simple. It's messy, and sometimes the people trying their hardest to protect the world may be the ones destroying it. But if there's one lesson in Hyakkimaru's journey, is that no matter how much of yourself the world takes, you can still choose who you become. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, leave a like, subscribe for more anime analysis, and until next time, stay curious and stay odd.